Okay. So that's the first source of strength, you guys.
All the
That's like, and we could probably have talked about that a little bit longer. I mean, there's lots of, if we start getting into your charts and pulling up a number of examples, but we're moving on to the second source of strength, and that is called Dig Bala. So what's Dig Bala?
Direction.
Right.
The house.
That's the house that the planet is placed in. So, Sue Ann taught us that a month ago.
She gave us an introduction.
An introduction, yeah.
You're going to tell us what it really means.
Well, who wants to read the paragraph?
I do.
Okay.
I like it. Dig Bala is direction strength. Saturn Mercury giving protection and intelligence in the first house, representing the eastern direction, get full strength. Sun and Mars in the 10th house, midheaven, representing the southern direction. Sun is king and Mars is the commander. Venus and the moon give pleasure and comfort in the 4th house. Nadir, the north direction, for comfort and happiness. And Saturn is in the servant, in planetary console in the 7th house and western direction. This position for Saturn, if strong, can confer a high position in public life. 7th is house of diplomacy.
All right, and the next paragraph, someone.
Is north the top of the chart?
North is the south.
North is
Yeah, it's kind of funny. The 4th house is north, and
it's the left side.
yeah.
Midnight. Parasara and
icy and western.
Parashara.
Parashara
North.
Icy and north.
and others state the above positions as strength, and that the positions opposite these give the planets nothing. The effects of the planets are in proportion to their directional strengths. A planet with directional potency brings to the native to the direction ruled by it, and endows the native with happiness, friendly environments, fortune, respect, fulfillment of desires. And planets with directional weakness bring the native away from the direction ruled by it. This is similar in principle to Kendrati Bala.
Okay, so what do you guys think about Venus in the 10th house?
Not very
Opposite.
Why?
Strength is in the front, and that's directly opposite.
Yeah, so but why would that weaken the Venus in terms of its directional strength? What's up with the 10th house? What if it were strong in the 10th house? If Venus was in Libra in the 10th house.
There's a shadow.
Well, maybe this person would have a strong career, but it would take it away from what would make it feel its natural energy is, or what would make it comfortable and happy.
Right, it would be going outside. It would be going to the place of work for comfort.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
When do artists get their best inspiration? Anybody an artist in here?
When they're smoking flower.
When do artists all of a sudden, do artists the artists you know wake up at 5 in the morning?
No.
What time does an average artist wake up?
Oh, in the middle of the night, they hang out at night and.
They stay up late,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they stay up late in the night.
Not all of them.
Huh?
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
No, really.
Yeah, but many.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
your common that's where they get strength, is in the night.
But also internally, the 4th house is the heart and going inside.
Well, this is the midnight point. So in the midnight, the moon and Venus get their strength. You're in the middle of the day, the creative, artistic energy there, it's just
It's more about doing and producing or being out active.
yeah, active, very Mars and Sun energy.
So what does it mean it moves it away from its direction? So
Well, basically, because they give it points here.
Uh-huh.
So when it's in the 4th house, it gets full points. And it starts to lose points until it gets to the 10th house. When it gets to the 10th house, it has 0 points. As it starts to move closer to the 4th house, it slowly gains points until it has full points back into its Dig Bala. In the same way, Jupiter, when Jupiter is rising, like tonight when the sun sets, Jupiter is going to be rising, right? So that means at that point in time, Jupiter is Dig Bala, because it's rising, it's in the ascendant. And then as it moves through the night, it'll slowly be moving away from its Dig Bala. So it's getting weaker on the level of Dig Bala. When it sets, it's its lowest Dig Bala. It has 0 points, no Dig Bala strength. And then as it starts to get closer to rising again, it starts to get stronger Dig Bala strength again.
Okay,
Dig means direction, directional strength.
But does it have anything to do with guiding you, like in a certain direction in your life?
Well, that
Like
would be
dig is
more like a
direction.
Kala chakra, taking you to the direction.
No, you
like
don't go to the direction of the Kala chakra.
Oh,
You
don't?
go to the dig, the dig
direction.
chakra.
Oh, the direction in the
So-
chart.
Yeah.
So if you see
Kala
some,
chakra destroys you.
Oh. Okay.
you know, like I know a lot of people with sun in the 4th house, which
Mhm.
is opposite Dig Bala.
Midnight form.
Okay, so that's a
You-
weak place for the sun.
Hmm?
It's a weak place for the sun. That would mean maybe
Dig
direction.
Bala wise.
Okay. But would that mean the sun doesn't have the ability to direct them in their life as easily as if it was in the 10th house?
At midnight, when was the last time George Bush gave a lecture at midnight?
Okay.
You know, it's midday he gives his lectures.
Right.
You know, it's at midday he does executive functions, that powerful time of the day. So it just means that when it comes time to me being in charge, I'm not a king. I run away from like that. I run away from any type of, the new job I got, the boss already said, he said, "Do you want to be a partner?" I said, "No. I want to go home at 5 o'clock and be done and not think anymore." I want nothing to do with the leader, that king position, that sun energy. So it's just in that way.
Would
Okay.
would it indicate the time of day that you might feel more comfortable in that position?
That's
So
something
we'll
else
show up
too.
at midnight.
It's the direction that we want to take in life. You know, to me, if I wanted to be a president, it wouldn't be a strongly supported direction. I could do, but it definitely is not, doesn't have Dig Bala, it has 0 Dig Bala.
It's interesting because I have Mars in the 4th house, which is anti-Dig Bala.
Mhm.
But my strongest career was martial artist.
That's where you see from the Vamsha. Did you join the military?
No.
You went the opposite direction from the military.
My father was a military man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's, going the direction of military, police, that kind of stuff. Taking that direction. Okay. Yeah.
I have Mars in the 10th house. How come I'm not a cop?
Weren't you a guard?
What's that?
You were a guard somewhere, weren't you?
I was never a guard.
Not a guard. You were the person at the front desk. Yeah.
Oh, the person at the front desk, right?
Not a guard, but
I watched people as they slid their cards through, and I nod my head and say, "Good morning."
You had a club
They
and a
come
band.
by and they smile and they say good morning.
when you follow
You know?
when a planet's Dig Bala and you follow its direction, it brings more success.
Oh, hey. You're not too old?
If I
that?
try, I have the
No.
I have the sun in the 4th house.
Maybe I'll rise in Mars Dasha.
I have sun in the 4th house. If I tried to go and follow politics, it really wouldn't support me. I don't have a lot of strength going in that direction. Where him having that Mars in the 10th house, if you go and, cops make a lot of money. You go and apply to be a police officer. It's something that would support you. It shows strength in that direction.
I have to stop taking my castor oil.
You can take castor oil.
Where is this coming from?
Well, the castor oil would make me be too loose.
But you see, so if
I would
we
let people go.
So if we go in the direction, when these planets are Dig Bala, Dig is direction. When we follow the direction of what they represent,
Oh.
that energy.
Got it.
They show areas that we can be successful and find fulfillment.
All right. So
So
does
the
that
real secret is using Dig Bala from a Lulu Lugna.
Dig Bala from a Lulu Lagna. That's the secret right there.
That's where the real results are.
So it would be.
And if you notice in my chart, Mercury is Dig Bala
I have Jupiter there.
Mercury's in the first house.
with a Ruda Lugna.
Oh.
So it's in the first.
So let's take a
Anyway,
look
sorry,
at this. Let's take a look at our next example. We have this chart here of this woman, and so who would like to read the paragraph? Page 7.
Mark will read it.
All right.
The Lord of the Lugna, representing the physical body of an individual, Jupiter is in its exalted sign. Cancer, however, it is poorly placed in the 8th house. That's a very strange sentence. This woman has a very delicate health and has suffered from moderately severe depression most of her life. Yet the planet is Jupiter, the teacher, and has led the native to the spiritual path and higher education along these lines. As the 8th house gives interest in the occult or hidden side of life, Jupiter is aspecting Mercury, who has good directional strength to support the direction of spiritual study, Mercury, the 12th house. Venus is strong, being in its own sign. However, its directional potency is negligible, being in the 11th house, and is with debilitated Sun, indicates social grace but personal hardship. And Rahu is well placed in the 10th, an upachaya, or house that will experience growth over time. At present, the native is in Rahu-Mercury Dasa, and the result of the planets have moderate directional strength.
Yeah, the rest of the planets
Blah,
are
blah, blah.
moderate. So is the example, is there any questions about the example? My attempt at being a Jyotish writer.
Next time, just for this being final, put Anne's chart first.
Oh, Anne's chart first?
Show Anne's chart and then do this chart.
Oh.
Because she has a Dig Bala planet.
Oh, she has a Dig Bala planet.
She has Mars in the 10th.
Oh, she's got Mars.
So use her chart, show this is a Dig Bala planet. As it moves away from there, it loses Dig Bala.
Yeah, I showed this
And
chart
it's-
to show planets that don't have Dig Bala.
I know, but you're teaching Dig Bala and you're showing a chart that doesn't have it in it. It's better that you give an example that has it.
Alright, yeah, I know. It's kind of like this is a cup half full kind of example. It's
Yeah.
like, see how this person's suffering? Her planets, they're just like...
No, use Anne's chart first. Okay?
Yeah.
Use Anne's chart first.
Okay.
You mean, oh wait, no, it's in her D9.
Both.
Ruchika and Dig Bala Mars.
Oh, right, Mars.
Mars is very strong.
Yeah, it's in the 10th house.
In both.
In the 10th and in both, it's Dig Bala and Rashi and Navamsha.
Mars?
And its own sign in Navamsha.
Oh,
So
right.
if she followed Mars in her life,
If she went to a direction of Mars.
She was a therapist. A like a counselor.
She would have been better as a physical therapist.
as a physical therapist.
Yeah,
Smoke
Mars.
like a chimney.
I was like, did she do well in real estate?
I don't know. Well, she owned the house that we were painting. I don't know.
Is this
Okay.
your mom?
That's this word.
No, this is my mom. This woman's still alive. Okay. Alright.